Good afternoon, everybody. I'm here today to turn you all into boring bank managers. See, it got an enthusiastic yes. Who would have thought that the boring world of finance could actually be interesting? Because for 25 years, I was actually one of those nasty bank managers. See, who said pantomime is only for Christmas? Huh? I'm here. My real business, I raise money for business owners. I help them get out of problems. And do you know what? The biggest boon to my business has been the recession. Now, many people may think that recession is all bad. Well, I can tell you it's not. Not only does it help my business, but what recession does, it gives an opportunity for innovation to grow. Because innovation tends to follow a path of failure. Wherever you see failure, innovation comes up behind it. And so we need awful events like a recession in order to create innovation. Now, you may think, what's innovation got to do with the world of finance? Well, I'll tell you what innovation has done, it's made people like you, potentially, into boring bank managers through a route called crowdfunding. Now, many of you may not have heard about crowdfunding, but I tell you what, it's actually been the lifeboat for many businesses during the recession. Now, how does crowdfunding kind of work, first of all? Well, crowdfunding has been around literally for hundreds of years. It's a concept of people tapping into the crowd, tapping into people like you to raise money. One of the first recorded examples of crowdfunding was the building of the Statue of Liberty. France donated the Statue of Liberty to the city of New York. But a problem, the Americans didn't plan their finances particularly well. No news there. What happened? They ran out of money. They couldn't finish the project. So the then city mayor of New York went out to the people in New York and said, we need your help. We need donations from you to finish this project. And everyone gave their $5, their 50 cents, and they finished the project. One of the first examples of crowdfunding. Bring it more up to date. President Obama, during his first election campaign in the state, raised the largest presidential pot through crowdfunding, working the phones. So when the recession hit, 2007, 2008, some very entrepreneurial business people thought, hang on a second, the market's broken. And that's what entrepreneurs do. When they see something that's broken, they think, can I take advantage of that in any way? And the market's broken because the banks aren't lending, and we've got all these business people here wanting to borrow money, but more importantly, we've got all of these people out here earning 0.001% interest on their bank deposits. Even that dog did. He complaining about how low the interest rate was. So these disruptive entrepreneurs thought, I know, let's bring these two worlds together. Let's bring the people who want to borrow money together with the people who've got money. Why don't we bypass the banks completely and bring them together? And that's how crowdfunding started. So in 2007, 2008, the concept of crowdfunding unleashed on the marketplace and made people's lives, people like me, very much easier. So how does it work? Very simple. There are 4 different ways that you, as people here, can support business owners. Now, if you're involved in a charity, crowdfunding can work for you. If you're involved in a community group and you want to raise money for a new magazine, you want to raise money for a new website, whatever it may be, you can crowdfund. You can tap into the people all around the world who get your charity. And there's one site called crowdfunder.co.uk. And you put your details up on Crowdfunder, and people will donate £5, £10, whatever it may be, for £3,000 to £10,000, £20,000, whatever you want to raise. It's the donation model. Guess what? I get nothing back in return because I'm donating. But I get a warm, fluffy feeling inside. Do you like those warm, fluffy feelings? I bet you do. The next model, the rewards model. Now, the rewards model is something slightly different. I want something back, not necessarily monetary. So now we're starting to get businesses using this model. So the businesses will say, you give me £50 or £100, and I'll give you a very good discount when you come and use us. So, for example, there was a restaurant in London that wanted to be a gluten-free offering. So what do? They said, you donate £50, we give you a free starter. You donate £100, you can have a starter and a main meal. If you donate £500 or more, tell you what, we'll entertain 10 of you in the night for free when you donate £500 or more. That's the reward-based. The third one, equity. If I want to sell shares in my business, this is like the Dragon's Den. I can pitch to you, and you can have for £50 a very small percentage of my business by being a shareholder. So we've got businesses selling shares to all of you can now become shareholders in my business. But the last one, the most profitable and the most successful form of crowdfunding is lending, where you become the bank manager. So you've got the likes of Funding Circle, where as investors you can just register, and we bypass the banks completely. So I place my clients here, someone looking for, say, £50,000 on a loan over 5 years. And you're fed up with the interest rates that you're getting, just like the dog. He's well trained, isn't he? Every time I mention interest rates. So every time you put some money into this thing, you're getting an interest rate. And the best thing is, you dictate the interest rate that you want. If you really like my business, you say, I'll lend money at 8%. If you're not so sure, you say, I want 12% back for my money instead. And so we bypass the banks completely. And so there's a great example here about how terrible events like the recession can actually have benefits where innovation and ideas is concerned. And we're empowering people again to bypass the banks. And guess what? We're actually taking banking back to where it started in the 16th, 17th century, where individuals got together to support other businesses. We talk about David Cameron's Big Society. There's no a better example of that than empowering people like you to help business owners need to grow. And guess what? You get a better return of interest. Didn't work that time. Better return of interest than you will get in your bank. Ladies and gentlemen, crowdfunding. Have a look at it. It'll work for you. Thank you very much.